All right, let's get into it. Today, we're taking a trip to the snowy peaks of Italy because we're going to be talking all about the story and the incredible spirit behind the Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Paralympics. You know, at the very core of the entire Paralympic movement is this one simple but really powerful motto: spirit in motion. I mean, what a perfect way to capture the drive and the sheer will of every single one of these athletes. But it's one thing to hear a motto, right? It's something else entirely to see it happen. So what does that spirit actually look like when someone's flying down a mountain or trying to hit a target when it's freezing cold? Well, let's find out. Okay, so from March 6th to the 15th, all eyes are going to be on Milan and Cortina d'Ampezzo. We're talking over 650 of the world's most elite athletes, all competing in 79 different medal events. And listen to this, the opening ceremony is being held in the Verona Arena. That's a Roman amphitheater built back in the 1st century. Can you imagine a more incredible stage to kick things off? So you might be wondering, what makes these games extra special? Well, it all comes down to a single number, 50. Yeah, this isn't just another Winter Paralympics. It's the 50th anniversary, a full half-century of these amazing games. And that whole journey started way back in 1976, over in Sweden. But since then, the story has just been one of brilliant evolution. You know, in 1994, para-ice hockey brought this whole new level of intensity. Then in 2014, para-snowboarding showed up, bringing in this whole new vibe. And now, in 2026, we get another first with wheelchair curling mixed doubles. It just proves these games never, ever stop moving forward. All right, let's jump into the action. There are 6 main sports on the menu, and each one is a totally unique test of skill, strength, and that incredible human spirit we've been talking about. First up, para-alpine skiing. I mean, we are talking about pure, raw speed. This is one of the original cornerstone sports of the Winter Games. It's been there since day one, back in '76. You have athletes just flying down these insane slopes. And for the vision-impaired competitors, just imagine the trust, relying completely on a guide's voice to tell you where to go while you're hitting speeds that can top 100 kilometers an hour. It's just unbelievable. Next, we've got a sport that asks you to master 2 totally opposite skills at the exact same time: para-biathlon. This is just a fascinating test of control. Okay, try to picture this. You're pushing your body to its absolute limit, skiing as hard as you possibly can, and then, in a split second, you have to completely calm your breathing, slow your heart rate, and hit a tiny little target way off in the distance. I mean, that is the challenge. It is an incredible display of endurance and pure focus. And speaking of endurance, let's talk about para cross-country skiing. This is pretty much the marathon of the Winter Paralympics. It's a true battle of will against the course, the elements, and yourself. Another one of the original sports, this is where athletes push themselves over these long, grueling distances. And what's so amazing here is the teamwork. The bond between a visually impaired skier and their guide, it's almost telepathic. It's this constant stream of words that builds a mental picture of the entire course, turn by turn, hill by hill. Okay, let's switch gears to something a little newer, with a whole lot of adrenaline and style. Para-snowboarding. So this is the new kid on the block. It just debuted in 2014, and its arrival was a huge deal. It brought in a whole new generation of athletes and fans, and it is absolutely blown up. The fact that there are 8 medal events in 2026 just shows you how important this sport has become. Now for something completely different. This is fast. It is so physical. This is para-ice hockey. The players are on these custom-built sleds, right? And they use their insane upper body strength to fly across the ice with one stick, while they're stick handling and shooting with the other one. It is a brilliantly designed sport, and it is just all-out intense. 8 of the best teams on the planet will be battling for that gold medal. And finally, we're going to go from that high-speed chaos to ice-cold precision. We're talking about a sport they call chess on ice, wheelchair curling. And they call it that for a reason. It is all about strategy. Now, the huge difference from Olympic curling is that there's no sweeping. None. That means the throw itself has to be absolutely perfect. It all comes down to the athlete's touch and their feel for the ice. And don't forget, that brand new mixed doubles event is making its debut right here in 2026. So, with 50 years of history, you can bet the Winter Paralympics have produced some truly mind-blowing records. But you gotta remember, behind every single number is a story of total dominance and legacy. So let me ask you this. Which country holds the record for the most total medals ever? Well, it's Austria, with a staggering 345. And really, it's no surprise. Austria was a pioneer in Alpine parasports, and they built this culture of excellence in the mountains that's still going strong today. Okay, but what about the most gold medals? That honor belongs to Norway. I mean, with their deep, deep cultural roots in Nordic skiing, they've just produced generation after generation of champions who have dominated cross-country and biathlon, racking up 140 golds. And this is what individual greatness looks like. The most decorated Winter Paralympian of all time is Norway's Ragnhild Myklebust. Between 1988 and 2002, she won an unbelievable 27 medals. That number isn't just a record, it's a monument to her versatility and a legacy that set the bar for every athlete that came after her. You know, every Games needs a mascot, and Milano Cortina's is pretty special. This is Milo. He's a stoat who was born without a paw. His name and his sister Tina's comes from the host cities, Milan and Cortina. He basically represents resilience and this really powerful idea of learning to adapt and overcome anything with your own unique strengths. And finally, let's just touch on the symbols. We all know the 5 Olympic rings, right? They represent the unity of 5 continents. Well, the Paralympics have the 3 agitos. It's such a cool word. In Latin, agito literally means I move. It's the perfect symbol that captures that whole spirit in motion motto that really drives everything about these games. So, when you put it all together, the 50 years of history, the constant evolution of the sports, the incredible records, it becomes really clear that these games are so much more than just a competition. And it kind of leaves us with one last question. When we watch these athletes compete, are we just seeing a sport? Or are we actually witnessing the purest possible expression of human potential?